Enter to win a weekend getaway at ClarksvilleVA.com.
Tonight, the deadly high-rise inferno, the tragedy on the 26th floor, why the building had no sprinkler system. Dangerous ground, 2 homes swallowed. Authorities still keeping a close watch on this massive sinkhole, the biggest in nearly 30 years. Out of control, dozens of wildfires burning in the west, the children trapped, and the new video of the rescue. Bailing out, the fighter pilot forced to eject during takeoff, flames surrounding his jet. And scamming grandma, cameras capturing the scam.
I love you too, dear. What's the matter?
Callers pretending to be grandchildren needing money for an emergency.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday night. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin with that deadly high-rise fire in Hawaii. Flames shooting out the windows of the 36-story apartment building in Honolulu. The fire breaking out on the 26th floor. You can see it there, spreading to the floors directly above it. At least 3 people killed, about a dozen hurt. Neighbors seeing smoke and screaming for help. More than 100 firefighters on the scene, unable to use the elevators to reach that fire. And the fire chief revealing the building did not have a sprinkler system. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez starts us off.
The flames tearing through the 26th floor of this high-rise in Honolulu and quickly spreading.
That was like a horror movie.
Apartments engulfed, residents chilling screams cutting through the roar of the inferno.
I heard 3 women's voices screaming, pleading, moaning, please help me.
Those who could rushing out of the massive Marco Polo condominium complex, firefighters telling some residents to shelter in place, helping others through the blinding, suffocating smoke to safety.
Smoke, smoke, smoke. So many smokes.
Residents watching in disbelief from a distance, the thick plumes visible for miles.
Horrendous. It was flames shooting out and black smoke.
A dozen people injured and at least 3 people killed, found in 2 different units on the 26th floor. 54-year-old Britt Reller calling co-workers at Hawaiian Airlines soon after the blaze began, saying he was hiding under a bed, unable to get to his 85-year-old mother, Melba Janine Dilley, neither making it out alive.
I drove down there and basically watched his floor be consumed.
Fire investigators at the scene tonight still piecing together what caused the fire. But officials say what is clear is how much of this devastation was likely preventable.
If there were sprinklers in this apartment, the fire would be contained to the unit of origin.
No sprinklers anywhere in this 36-story high-rise because building codes didn't require them when it was built in 1971.
How is it possible that a corporation doesn't install something as inexpensive and as effective as sprinkler systems? Yeah, there's anger.
There were no sprinklers either in the apartment building in London where this fire tore through last month, killing about 80 people.
And the mayor of Honolulu says the fire there will likely force a change, saying lawmakers will now look into requiring that older buildings be retrofitted with sprinklers. Tom?
Likely a massive undertaking. All right, Marcy, thanks so much. Next tonight, the families living on dangerous ground in Florida. Authorities keeping a close watch on that massive sinkhole destroying 2 homes and threatening the rest of the neighborhood. Nearly a dozen families forced from their houses, helplessly watching and waiting for what may happen next. ABC's Victor Oquendo on the scene.
Tonight, all eyes on this massive sinkhole. Officials warning the threat is not over. The crater swallowing 2 homes, a swimming pool, and a boat, creating a disaster zone in the middle of a neighborhood. The Ramirez family scrambling to safety, losing their home.
It's emotional. I mean, what can you say? I mean, you wouldn't wish this on anyone, especially our neighbors.
Pasco County emergency officials taking us up to the very edge of the disaster area, now filled with mud and toxic debris.
There's a lot of hazardous material in here. There's fuels, there's septic tanks, there's household hazardous chemicals.
This is the largest sinkhole to hit Pasco County in at least 3 decades. As you take a look above from our drone, those neighbors who evacuated, they won't be able to return home for at least a week.
Today, neighbors escorted home by police to grab essential belongings, recalling seeing cracks forming in the street and hearing the houses give way.
It's creaking, it's splashing, wood breaking, ripping, just sounds that, just are not normal.
The gaping sinkhole is 225 feet wide and 50 feet deep. While unusually large, sinkholes are a common problem in Florida. They occur when limestone underground gets eaten away by water, creating a cave, and the weight above becomes too heavy.
And Victor joins us live now, just steps from that sinkhole. Victor, we heard in your report, besides the danger beneath, there's also a hazmat situation above the ground?
Tom, officials are calling this a hazmat situation. That's because there are household chemicals as well as septic tanks to consider. There's also a lake that's about 200 feet away from here, and they want to make sure that none of this debris pollutes it. Tom?
Still a dangerous situation out there. All right, Victor, thanks so much. Next tonight, President Trump showing his growing frustration with the Russia investigation, calling it a hoax, as new questions tonight about his son's changing story concerning the meeting with that Russian attorney and the alleged former Russian counterintelligence officer who was also there. What was said behind closed doors? Here's ABC's David Wright.
Today, as some of the best golfers in the world played at his club here in New Jersey, the president naturally had a prime seat. But Trump won't get much of a break from mounting questions over Russia. The main focus now, that meeting Don Jr. had at Trump Tower last June, with Russian sources he was told were peddling official documents and information that would incriminate Hillary, part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump. Just hours after the meeting was set up, candidate Trump promised this on the campaign trail.
I am going to give a major speech on probably Monday of next week, and we're going to be discussing all of the things that have taken place with the Clintons.
Trump never gave the speech and says he knew nothing about the meeting, which was also attended by Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and campaign chair Paul Manafort.
This is everything.
But it turns out that wasn't everything.
My son is a wonderful young man. He took a meeting with a Russian lawyer, not a government lawyer, but a Russian lawyer.
We've since learned it wasn't just one Russian lawyer he met with, Natalia Veselnitskaya. The meeting also included this man, Renat Akhmetshin, a Russian-American lobbyist once accused of having been a Soviet counterintelligence officer, but who insisted to the Associated Press he was not trained as a spy. We've also learned new details about Veselnitskaya. Days after that Trump Tower meeting, she turned up at a congressional hearing on Russia, her front row seat reserved for her by a Republican consultant with close ties to the Trump campaign, Trump's Florida campaign chair.
That's something our committee is going to want to find out, exactly who was in that meeting.
All this raises some red flags for investigators looking into Russian meddling and possible collusion by the Trump campaign.
The problem with this is that we're seeing changing narratives.
And David Wright joins us live from Bedminster, where the president is tonight. And David, I understand we have some new reporting just in on Don Jr., his legal defense, and how it may be connected to President Trump's re-election campaign?
That's right, Tom. This has to do with Don Jr.'s lawyer, the one he's hired to represent him in the Russia probe going forward. FEC filings released today show that just 2 weeks before Don Jr. released that cache of emails, the re-election campaign paid Alan Futerfas, the lawyer, $50,000. But it's hard to assess at this point the significance of that, Tom.
David Wright with that new reporting tonight. David, thank you. We move on now to the fire danger in the West. Dozens of large wildfires burning out of control. The Whittier fire in Southern California growing in size and burning for a week, destroying more than 17,000 acres. And tonight, severe storms threatening parts of the Midwest. ABC's Rob Marciano with those new images.
Tonight, a wall of flames reaching for the sky as dozens of large wildfires torch the west.
We're always concerned when there's a fire in our backyard.
The inferno swallowing this hillside in Santa Barbara County, incinerating an area larger than Manhattan. The blaze now raging a week. Newly released dash cam video shows first responders driving through the flames to rescue 83 campers at a summer camp last Saturday. The girls all bust to safety. Carrie Sawyer is among thousands of evacuees who could lose everything.
I don't know if it's going to be here when I get back.
The fire growing 4,000 acres overnight as fire crews lose containment. Meanwhile, more than 500 firefighters battling on the front lines in San Bernardino. Flames racing across hilltops there as planes drop water from above. This after a severe storm tears through Oklahoma City. And this tornado dropping down north of Houston. Watch as this waterspout tears across Chesapeake Bay.
A wild sight there in the mid-Atlantic. Let's get right to Rob with the new forecast. Hey, Rob.
Hi, Tom. An expansive area of thunderstorms tonight. The front that came through the northeast last night has stalled across the mid-south. Beyond that, or south of that, we have a lot of humid air, so very heavy rain with this. And the other area, disturbance rolling across Wisconsin tonight, potentially severe weather there. Out west, we have fire weather alerts. The heat is building, especially in California tomorrow. Triple-digit heat in some of the areas that have those wildfires, so a difficult weekend for firefighters there, Tom.
It's going to be a rough one. All right, Rob, thank you. New developments tonight in that mystery at sea off Florida. Court records showing a newlywed husband asked authorities to declare his wife presumed dead days after she went missing. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos.
Tonight, a new development in the disappearance of a Florida mom missing at sea. New court documents reveal a request from the woman's husband asking the Coast Guard that his wife be presumed dead. This all began in the early morning hours of May 15th. The newlyweds, Louis Bennett and his wife Isabella Hellman, on a catamaran off the coast of the Bahamas. Bennett told investigators he was asleep below deck when their boat hit something and started sinking. His wife of 3 months and mother of their baby girl, gone. Bennett rescued.
The family is destroyed. The family is extremely hurt.
The 4-day search to find Hellman called off May 18th. New court documents revealing the very next day, May 19th, the Coast Guard writes to Bennett, acknowledging his request for a letter saying Isabella was presumed dead, but adding the agency is not authorized to issue such a letter.
All bad for him, and the spotlight that's on him even becomes brighter when you add this letter to it.
In a previous interview with the Daily Mail, Bennett says he loved his wife, missed her, and has nothing to hide. The FBI has not named him a suspect. We were unable to reach his attorney for comment. Tom.
Stephanie Ramos for us tonight. Stephanie, thank you. Next, new developments in the brutal murders of 4 young men outside of Philadelphia. Cosmo DiNardo charged in the deaths of all 4 victims. His cousin Sean Kratz also charged in 3 of the alleged murders. Investigators now looking into the past of both suspects. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is in Pennsylvania.
Tonight, we're learning more about one of the 2 men behind bars charged in the gruesome murders of 4 Pennsylvania men.
I'm sorry.
Authorities say Cosmo DiNardo confessed to the slaying, saying his cousin Sean Kratz helped. Dean Finicaro, Tom Mio, Mark Sturgis, and Jimmy Patrick were missing for over a week.
We're here to seek justice for them, and that is our commitment.
Authorities say Cosmo DiNardo admitted to murdering Patrick on July 5th and told investigators he and Kratz killed Finicaro, Mio, and Sturgis 2 days later, saying he lured all the men to the farm with the idea of buying marijuana. The case disturbing neighbors in this Philadelphia neighborhood where Kratz used to hang out.
Most people have viewed him as very just like troubling and a menace.
Stankiewicz says she and other neighbors watched as Kratz's crimes escalated over time.
You should have some relief that this kid will no longer be around, but I don't think it was fair at the expense of these 4 young men who lost their lives.
Prosecutors say they don't know a motive and may never know one. The court entering a not guilty plea for both men. They are due back in court on these charges at the end of the month. Tom?
Eva Pilgrim, who's been on this story from the start. Eva, thank you. Now to the danger on America's highways. Take a look at this. A driver in Florida surviving after his minivan was crushed by a huge piece of metal falling from a truck on the overpass. Here's ABC's Kenneth Moten.
Tonight, a freak accident on the highway. A Florida man miraculously surviving after his minivan is crushed.
Car states a truck flipped over and there's smashed metal into the vehicle.
The jaw-dropping image, a large metal pipe soaring through the air, crashing right onto Jesus Escobar's vehicle in Orlando. Highway Patrol says the debris came from above after a truck hauling scrap metal flipped on the overpass. Escobar, a husband and father of 3, escaping with his life. You can see others tending to his injuries on the side of the road. He'll be okay. There it goes. The roadway dangers all too common. A wooden plank, a potentially deadly projectile. A steel plate from a railroad bridge hit a Missouri woman's car in June. Her 12-week-old baby in the back seat.
It was right above my daughter's car seat, so I was freaking out.
200,000 road crashes involved debris between 2011 and 2014. 39